welcome to dig number 9, the final dig of the Divination Excavation. Now this divination is off the beaten path, and I really love this dig here, and it's all about art. Art is another one of those things in alignment with using mediumship and meditation as divination tools. Art is a very powerful divination tool. I have another channel called the Art Archaeologist, and I am all over the place with that channel. I do all different kinds of stuff on that channel, and art moves me, art heals me, art gives me my own little private world to go into and create. And nobody creates art without creating stuff that they don't like. So, you know, that's part of the journey and it's part of the path. And, you know, it's so funny. I'll bring up the topic of art to people in my life, and I get this answer back so many times: I can't even draw a stick figure. Well, you know what? My art has nothing to do with people or portraits or any of that stuff. I'm an abstract artist mostly. I do a lot of collage, I do a lot of watercolor, but I just let spirit move me when I'm doing my artwork, and I really allow it to be a very spiritual experience. And there's so many art videos on YouTube now that anything that you may think you would like to do, there's a video on how to do it, guaranteed. I do a lot of eco dyeing, which is I boil plants in dyes and in rusty bits to get different colors, and I get a lot of leaf prints and flower prints because I dye plants. And it has nothing to do with drawing or anything like drawing. So it has to do with putting a bunch of stuff in the pan and putting the pan on the stove and then rinsing the papers and seeing what you get, because I never know what I'm going to get until after it's all done. So, you know, there's all kinds of creativity. Maybe you like to work on motorcycles. Maybe that's your channel for creativity. Maybe you like to, maybe you're a mathematician and numbers are what really turn you on. You know, it doesn't have to be art. It doesn't have to be painting. It doesn't have to be art. It can be something of where you are creating something. Is the point here, to have a creative outlet. Well, and I shouldn't say it's the point, but you know, art can transport us, and being creative can transport us. And I see art in everything. I see art in math. I see art in building bikes. I see art in restoring cars. I see art in cooking. You know, art lives in every level of creation on this planet if you're looking at things through the eyes of an artist, which I do. So maybe give yourself an opportunity to really start looking at the world around you and noticing the colors and the patterns and the texture. You know, when I'm out driving, I live in the mountains, and when I'm out driving, you know, you got the clouds and the sky and all these different colors going on in the sky at sunrise and sunset. And then you've got all different colors going on in nature with the trunks of trees and the different colors of pine trees and the different leaves. And you know, all around us all the time is this rich world of art that all we have to do is notice it. And the way the divination comes in is that when you're looking at life through the eyes of an artist and you're seeing all of the texture and all of the color, it brings up emotion in you and it brings up inspiration. And that is the divination end of this, is that we can really get in touch with ourselves on a very profound level where we can, you know, come up with just solutions to problems. I find that I come up with a lot of solutions to problems when I'm doing artwork and when I get my head away from the problem. Let me show you. I'm just sitting here looking. I'm going to move this stuff, just a little of it. I'm sitting here looking at a couple of my pieces of art as I'm talking about it. And let me show you a couple things I've created here. This is a little sketchbook. I'm working on a project, so I'm not going to open this sketchbook because it's a private project. It's going to be public when I'm ready for it to be. I'm just not ready yet. But now, remember when I was just talking about the eco dyeing? I used pink dye, and I have tutorials on my other channel of how to do this eco dyeing. This kit right here is from Vintage Forest, and I have a video on this. I never picked up a pencil and drew one bit of this. This is art that I've done that didn't require drawing a stick figure or drawing anything else for that matter. So this kind of stuff takes me to such a profound place in my heart and in my mind, because once I doing it is fun. But then once I do it and I have this physical thing that I can create stuff with, I made this little sketchbook out of this, you know, you get to have it and you get to enjoy it and you get to look at it and you get to be moved by it. And it can be a motorcycle, it can be your dinner, it can be anything that you want to create. This is really cool right here. I love this right here. This is my Mousepad. I had my business cards made up for both to market both of my channels, and you know, for the longest time I had this channel and I didn't do anything with it because I went back underground with my spirituality. I got afraid again, and I hid, and I wasted more time being afraid because I was getting made fun of and ridiculed. And you know, I'm totally out there now. So this is one of my paintings. It's a poured painting, and I put plaster on the canvas and created this texture here, and then I put gold on it. And I actually put sand, I embedded sand into the painting. It's this black sand that's going through here. And then this is all the poured paint, and this is all the poured paint. And by the way, I learned how to do poured painting on right here on YouTube. And then I just gave it my own flair and my own twist. I went ahead and did this texture here. But I was getting my business cards made, and I really wanted my art on my business cards. So this is my business card. If I had one sitting here, I would show you. I could grab one in a second. But it's the same thing. So here's this beautiful work of art, and they were like, hey, do you want to buy a mouse pad with your artwork? And so I ordered this mouse pad, and every day I use this mouse pad to upload my videos and edit my videos and be in total harmony with who I am today. And I invite you to just be loud and proud with who the heck you are today. But I am able to use my artwork on my spiritual channel and be able to divine great things and use art as a divination tool. And like I said, art can be whatever you want it to be. You know, some people fill up water balloons with paint and throw them at a canvas. Hey, that is art. That is your creation. Whatever you are moved to create is yours. So I'm gonna grab a business card and one other thing that I had created to show you real quick, and I'll be right back. By the way, I am not being paid by Vistaprint. This is not a commercial for Vistaprint, but I use Vistaprint and I love Vistaprint. So I got this made, all right? And then here's my business card. Same exact piece of art, but on a smaller scale. So I really love how it came out. And then I've got all my stuff on here My website, studio1126.net, by the way. I really do need to put that on the end of my videos. I'm kind of slow when it comes to technology. And then I got this little notepad too, and it's just, you know, a notebook, and it was way too much money in my opinion. I paid $8 for it. I just don't think it's worth, I think that's kind of high, but I'm glad I got it because it's my art. And so, you know, this book will become another spiritual tool for me to use as a journal. You know, so you can take your art and you can do so much with it, and it's really fun to take a canvas that you can't really do anything with other than hang on the wall, but to take a picture of that canvas and turn it into a notebook cover, turn it into a sketchbook cover, turn it into a business card, turn it into a little picture where one side's the picture and the other side is an affirmation card. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you're not into art and you don't want to do art, that's totally understandable, but it doesn't have to be specific. Your art doesn't have to be specifically art. It can be your art, which is whatever you see art in your life, and it will just make your life richer and more powerful. So I invite you to, you know, contemplate this, meditate on it, and see how you can benefit from using art as a divination tool. And I'm really glad you stopped by yet again today. Now, this is the last dig of this excavation, and I'll be doing the next excavation coming up here soon. So please come back and join me for that. And come and join me for the readings and the tarot deck reviews and the oracle deck reviews and all that good stuff that I like to use that makes my life really, really abundant and powerful. And I'm just glad you came, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.